Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Childish, bringing that final installment of the Critical Thinking with Childish series, episode 10, the 4-part series talking about countering your opponents. We're going to get into those advanced arena tactics, and as we've done in previous critical thinking episodes, after we talk about all the elements, we will go ahead and kind of put it into perspective, do a little trial and error with what I have, and just kind of get you thinking like I think. So, let's see here. What can we do? So we got. There's a lot of. You got your top 3 teams, right? You got your speed teams, your control teams, your hit point based teams, and I would say those are pretty much the top 3. And of course, those teams are really kind of intertwined. You got a lot of speed and control mixed, and HP with speed mixed. It's kind of all over the place. So we're going to throw out some examples here, and kind of what I would do if I was on a read defense and I was trying to counter. Okay, so speed control. Well, for one kind of speed team, right? We got the Chloe teams, right? So the Chloe team is essentially taking your Chloe and trying to get it as high as possible with the speed while keeping everybody else's speed as low as possible. Why is this the case? Because everyone knows the metagame is speed, and therefore they're going to try to raise their speed as high as they can. But you got the edge, you got the best runes, so no matter what they do, you're always going to have the lead at least one unit because you have prioritized your Chloe with all the runes you have to be the fastest it can be. So we're looking at 200 plus speed here for Chloe. So when a Chloe team attacks me, she's going to put up her buff because they're offense, right? And all my guys are going to be attacking. So what am I going to do? Okay. I'm going to go for a little quasi-control with a quasi-damage here. Okay. So let's go ahead and explain this team. First off, Jameer, speed leader, and he is violent spec, right? So he's providing all the speed for my team to get their speed up, but then he's available to reset all of my main skills when I attack. Okay. If anyone's really good about following the subscribers or the YouTubers out there, I think I've made 3 or 4 videos. I don't even know if I don't know when I'm posting this video, but there's been 2 to 3 videos out there that have had myself and Wen Chong and some others talk about the strength of Soha utilized in a despair setting. Okay. In despair setting, you're going to put speed on 2, attack on 4, and accuracy on 6. So with the despair setting, she has her first attack that has 3 hit, throws 3 balls of whatever, freeze or whatever. So it has a chance to freeze, but with 3 individual attacks, it has individual shots. It has each of those 3 have a 25% chance to stun. In addition, her biggest third skill, which is the obviously the captain part of this plan here, removes all beneficial effects. And so when you combine the despair set with that, you not only take the opportunity to remove all the effects, but you also get an opportunity to stun. Okay, and theoretically, you should be able to stun 1 of the 4 units since it's a 25% stun rate. Okay, so in all reality, my speed is going to be relatively high for her. She is going to have the highest speed out of my team because after Chloe goes, I want her to go. So I'm aiming for about 175 speed here, and And then, obviously Jameer will kind of help her push. So I get right under Chloe for speed. And this is assuming that the Chloes that are going against me have 200 speed. Okay. So Chloe puts on her buff, and all of her 3 other units are waiting. Soha takes her attack. She does her 3rd skill. Let's say she removes all the buffs and then stuns 1 to 2. All right. Then you got Arya next. Arya is going to have, she's going to be the next one in my sequencing, where she will also have a despair set up same way. Speed, attack, and accuracy. So, we've been able to show in arena videos in the past that when she triggers her first attack and she sleeps the unit, if she has high accuracy, she will get a 50% attack gauge boost. In addition, her last attack provides attack speed decrease as well as a glancing hit debuff. So really, either way she goes, if she uses her first attack, she's probably going to get an additional attack, or her 3rd attack, she's going to do another attempt to stun everybody as well as put all these debuffs on them, which is good because, when you have a team that is attacking you, because you've been in that situation too, they're bringing their best units that are going to have the best elemental advantage on you. So by putting on the glancing hit, is going to kind of level the playing field. And this is a great skill because it's arena defense, right? You don't have any control. So you're hoping to get it, okay? And then you got Lucian in there. Lucian's going to be your backbone. You're going to be your attacker and going to provide basically whatever you want to provide. So I can go back and forth. Like the 2 main ones in the middle are going to be, the despair focus set up with the speed, attack, accuracy. But Lucian will be kind of a hit and miss because it'll just kind of depend on what I decide to go. Could I go despair, focus as well with him? Sure, and just have some crazy ultimate anti-control team. But because I have 2 units that are ready despair focus, I really don't have a lot of DPS. So chances are I'll probably leave him with the Rage Blade attack crit damage attack for the 246, and basically utilize Jameer for the reset in order to get his second attack, get his 3rd attack again. And again, so even though I'm not gonna have, a Megan to buff me up with attack and defense or whatever, because my top 3 units, their strategy is based on raw speed. Everyone's going to be spec'd speed, or have speed substats with the 2 slot to speed. I don't have to worry about them failing. Does that make sense? Okay. So with Megan, right, let's say we took her out, we put Mega Man, and here we go. We got this awesome team, of random stuff, and it should work, right? Because Megan's has like 250 speed with Jameer's buff, and this should work because it's going to get attack off. Why? Well, here's the deal. Megan is only as good as she is when she actually uses her skill, right? Half the times you guys see me in arena fights, when I fight somebody with a Megan that has more speed than me, chances are if I lose, I fight them again because, the chances of them casting their spell again is not, it's not 100%. So that's the downside when using Megan on arena defense. It doesn't happen all the time, but, it just, if you're lucky, it happens and you can get a win. If I spec speed with these 2, in addition to taking his speed leader, I mean, I'm not worried about speed when I got a violence spec here, but having raw speed allows these guys to consistently attack when I want to, when I want them to attack. I'm not relying on an attack gauge boost from a Bernard, Megan, whatever, to get it going. So even though this team looks really, really awkward, if I am truly set on wanting to counter, Chloe-based teams or speed teams, whatever, this would probably be the way to go for me. All right. So this is kind of a anti-speed, anti-control arena defense, where basically I remove their buffs, control the hell out of them, and then utilize a very heavy AoE DPSer in addition to a violent spec skill resetter to allow Lucian to do multiple AoE attacks, and then allow Soha and Arya to continuously use their AoEs to stun and remove effects as they come along. Why don't I leave this right now and there and give it a go and see if my theory is sound? Well, because I don't have everybody with the proper runes and whatnot. So, that'll have to take time. I'm sure by the end of this month they'll do another rune removal and we could put some stuff to test. Unless I get a couple more crystals, and maybe I'll get my 2.1 million and do some switching around. But we'll see. So, what else can we do? How about if we wanted to do a heavy like a sustainable team, like a more heal kind of base team or whatever? Let's see what we got. How about, here we go, the violent team. Let's call this the violent team. So I'm going to do it like this, and like this. Okay? So theoretically, technically, there is 2 support units, right? 2 support, and 1, kind of arena defense based unit, and then, you got your DPS are here. But in this situation, these 2 would actually be DPSers, and I'm going to go ahead and explain to you why. Okay? If we were rocking a really high violent spec team, or a team that's based off of violent specs, we got 1 or 2 things going on. Obviously, with Amon being a healer, having a violent spec with a healer like that, that's gonna provide quite a bit of healing and keep everybody alive. A violent spec Roke is gonna be really, really nice. Obviously, you guys have seen him do plenty play attacks, but take a look here. I want you to show, kind of point out something that no one really thinks about, but it definitely could be possible. Okay, hear me out before you criticize, right? Hear me out. A violent spec Ramagos with, of course, hit points all the way around the board. Really, Childish, right? That's not good. Well, think about it. Think about it when you're attacking him, or think about it when you've seen other people attack him, maybe in videos or something like that. A 6-star Ramagos pretty much one-shots anybody with his clean shot. But here's the deal. Regardless if he gets a clean shot off, chances are, he gets his heal back on or whatever. But the opposing team still wins because, they have 2-1 or 3-1, and they constantly just do more damage in the time that it takes them to reset his clean shot and attack again. Okay, so in addition to having Jameer to reset the skill, if he was violent spec'd, he might get a clean shot in, attack, and then maybe it triggers, a third time, and he get another clean shot in, which would be sick. Okay, but because we can't control violent spec, it just kind of happens what happens. You got that failsafe for the mod that says, hey, if for whatever reason you don't get a couple extra triggers, I'm going to go ahead and heal a little bit and keep him alive. Okay, this kind of can go back and forth because he can heal him up to the point where he can do clean shot, but again, because a 6-star Ramagos is going to be rocking 30k, it's like Arena. It's going to take a while to bring him down. So, and of course, violent spec 5-star Amon, I'm only healing for about 2,200, 2,300, so it's not like his violent specs will go off and I'm going to be able to heal him like, above 50% every time. He has 30k comparison to his 2k, so it's going to be a nice heal, but it's not going to be overwhelming. Okay, so this right here, if I somehow get tons and tons of fodder and gets, all my other units 6-star, I might play around with a 6-star Ramagos and something like this. Because even though it doesn't, it doesn't maybe think that, it's probably a doable thing. This is definitely an option for me down the road, way down the road. That's why I haven't, thrown away my Ramagos. All right. So that's another way of kind of a counter team versus, I guess you could say it's like a hit point based, violent based counter team. And of course we're just countering heavy offensive kind of teams with providing a lot of hit points, violent specs, and survivability here. So, okay. What else do we got? All right. Let's see. With what I have. So, of course, there's a couple other things that we can do. Provide, but I don't have all the correct units to do so. I think that might be it for teams that I can counter with. So we'll go ahead and just recap here. We got this violent spec team, counting very offensive, damage dealing teams. And then we got the anti-control speed team to counter very heavy high-speed Chloe teams or high-speed Megan, Shannon, any other type of team that provides buff, even the cases. This would be good for. All right. And then, pretty much, like I said, that's pretty much it. I can put a hit point team out there, but I don't have enough quality hit point based units to showcase the counter for that. I know we talked about having something like this where we just have a ton of hit points for the three units there, but again, this is not going to be the best counter if I don't have everybody basically 6-star. Like, this really wouldn't work too well unless all these guys were 6-star, maxed out runes or whatever, because as you've seen in previous videos, it's been very, very difficult to take out 6-star Ramagos, 6-star Renas with high resistance, and 6-star Ama. But it is an option. But as far as countering, heavy other damage dealers, having Arya in there with lower hit points, even though she has the hit point leader skill, makes her kind of weak. And as I talked to you before, the goal should be to focus on 3 or 4. But when we start getting into the higher end stages, you really need to have some quality synergy with your team there. So, couple examples there. I wish I can provide you more, guys, but that is pretty much it as far as what I want to put out there. I could go through all the units and kind of make some dream teams or whatever. Maybe we'll do that for a different episode, but for now, let's go ahead and cut it off. I just want to kind of get your guys' thinking, seeing the thought process that I go through, and here's the deal. So we can get some really interesting conversation going in the comment section below. Why don't you tell me what you would do after seeing this video and seeing kind of the things that I would do with your units? So maybe put a comment down with your, maybe your top, 8 units, 5 units, 6 units, whatever. And then how would you devise it, read a defense to counter a speed-based team, a control-based team, or a hit point-based team? Right? That would be some good stuff there. So, as far as, And the only other thing to mention, I can't really make a team out of it because it's not available. A defense-based team, which, living armor units and stuff like that. You see them here and there, or whatnot. But basically, in order to counter that, you need to attack them within units that ignore defense. So of course, I got Lucian, but that's one unit out of four. It's not feasible to make a team based on a true defensive team, because generally speaking, defense kind of goes hand in hand with hit points, and you're going to see more hit point based teams than defense teams. So that's another choice out there. But again, I can't create a team on that. So, anyways, throw your opinions in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and get some good luck here. Let's do it one time. You know how we do it. If we can get that mystical scroll right off the bat, we'll do it. But looks like we got no luck here until we go down. Nope. Okay, we got a wish though. Let's get it. Let's get that wish. I will take some arena invitations. Arena. Oh no, 5,000? Really? Oh man. 10 crystals fail. If it costs 10 crystals to reset, I would totally do it. Totally do it. Alright. That is it, guys. That is the final installment of the Critical Thinking with Childish series, episode 10. Advanced Arena Tactics and Countering Your Opponent. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support. This is by far the biggest series that everyone is liking, so keep at it with those likes and comments there, and I'm going to keep on bringing you guys more, all right? Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.